All right, everybody, we are live. This is Jeremy Barnett. Thanks for coming to the Hangout tonight. We're going to be going over a couple of things, and mostly what we're going to do is a Q&A. So why don't I start it off with any questions that anybody might have. We had a lot of calls come in today, so some of them are still not getting answered. I want to come up with the ultimate solution for everybody. So maybe if we can kind of open the floor here for Q&A, anything that anybody's concerned about. Okay, let's see. One moment, please. Let me get the, you might have, let's see, 1 second, guys. I want to put this in. Okay. And we're going to give it a couple more minutes while everybody's logging in. Seems like for whatever reason, people are not here. Okay. Okay, you guys are starting to come in now. Hop on over to the chat, and what we want to do is a Q&A right now. I want to see where everybody's at in the call process, and we're going to do a Q&A questionnaire tonight. Okay, guys, ask your questions away, and I will try to answer everybody tonight. Right now, we're in the today's the 6th day of the call center opening, and we want to make sure that everybody's content. And we got a lot of calls today, a lot more calls today than any other day. We pushed over 110 calls. So again, guys, we're spending the money for the subscriptions. I want to also encourage everybody to be, posting a couple of free ads here and there with your extension numbers on it. And congratulations to those of you that are signing some people up through the call center. First week is kind of the trial and error period. This week, we're going to get a lot more calls and sales. And I don't know what's going on here. 1 second. Okay. Let me turn this down here. All right. So, guys, let's go ahead and get the Q&A session started. Okay. Yeah, Sharon, if they're calling your voicemail, if they're calling your extension, they're going to your voicemail. If they're going to if they go to the call queue where everybody is in the rotation, it goes to a the house voicemail, which, let me check one thing here. Today, let me change the extension here. Okay. 1 second here. Yeah, they're going to the in-house voicemail, but it looks like a lot of people do not leave messages, which is odd. One second here, check something here. Okay. So yes, what you want to do is send them your extension number when you're doing your personal ads, and it will go to your extension, and you don't even have to be logged in for that. If it goes into the call queue, it'll go to voicemail if nobody picks up the call. For whatever reason, that's not happening a lot because people are receiving the calls. If I look on the just today, I'll show you guys. I mean, right here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 calls that came in that were missed over the last 2 hours or so. So there were 6 calls that were missed, and then I've got people saying that they didn't get a call. So not sure what's going on there. I would think that you guys should probably contact Ring Central, make sure that there's nothing wrong with your extension. They got great customer support. You can call their 800 number right off the site when you're logged in. Let's see, refresh my screen. Stephen, yeah, there's the 145 and the 435. The 435 is much better because it gets you 20 activation codes for free, basically, and you start earning at the pro level. So if people can sign up at the 435 level, that's where you want to put them. Okay. What is your ad saying on Craig Call? Okay. Great questions here. I'm going to answer this. Okay, great question. So I've had this question a lot. Blake was asking today on Facebook as well as in the chat room. What does the ads say? Well, it's an inbound sales position. Okay, that's what the ads say. All right. So it's your job to follow the script, and the script is basically designed to keep you on point with them. Your job is to stick to the script. If they ask a bunch of questions, just pause. So that's a great question. The webinar is going to explain all of that. If you qualify, I'm going to get you to the first part of the process, which is actually watching a company overview of the presentation. Okay. Once you get them to that point, let's go look at the script. Okay. One second. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. Okay. Okay, so let's take a look at the call script here. If you guys notice, Okay. Right here, we're expanding our sales force and looking to add a few representatives to our 24-hour live inbound call system. The calls are incoming to us. So there's no calling or door-to-door sales involved. The pay is 100%. You guys got to focus on what they're earning per sale, okay? Now, as you take them along, if they start interrupting you, you just need to pause. I mean, look, when I do this, guys, I stay on the script. I stay in control of the conversation. If people start cutting you off, this is what you can do. You know, we have a certain process that we take everybody through in order to qualify, Mr. Prospect. So what I need to do is cover this information with you. The webinar that I'm going to send you, the informational video on how our company works, how you're going to receive the calls, it's all there. It's going to answer 95% of your questions, okay? But what I need to do is make sure this is a good fit for both of us before I can even take you to that step. You got to learn to take it away from them. You got to stay in control of the conversation, all right? And if you follow the script, it's really easy to do that, okay? Are you working? Do you have sales, marketing, or customer service experience? Ask these questions. You know, what's your communication skills on a scale of 1 to 10? Do you have a dependable phone number? Okay. Do you have a quiet place where you can receive calls? See, this is how you stay in control. All right. Now, down here, the webinar is about 20 minutes, basically answer 95% of your questions. The webinar is also pre-recorded. If people are asking you stuff like, Blake, you're talking about they're asking about a job. It's a direct sales job. And what you can say to things like that is just like, and this is what I always do if I get questions like that. Let me ask you a question, Mr. Prospect. You know, are you looking, and I love doing this, and this is a great way to overcome their objections, okay? You know, people that are calling in, we're not really looking for people that want a job. I straight out come out and say that. I'm not looking for people that want a job. I'm looking for people that want a direct sales opportunity, that want to think outside the box and get paid like a professional, okay? If you want a job, there's a million of those. What we're looking for is a special elite group of people. We don't take everybody. That's why I'm taking you through this process, okay? If you want a job, there's a million of those. What we're looking for is people that want to earn significant amounts of money, that are aggressive, they're a go-getter type person, okay, and they're not afraid to think outside the box, all right? You've got to stay on point with people and take it away from them. If they start asking you questions like, do I have to pay for this? Actually, I never even get that. So I don't know why you're getting that. I never get that, okay? You should be able to get through this entire script and not even get questions like that. You send them over to the webinar, and then we're going to explain to them how it works. And we start talking about the money. Pretty soon, the money that they got to spend is no option when they see the value of what they're selling, okay? That's it. All right, let me go back over here to see the questions. When is the following up in-house voicemail? Okay, Sharon, we're not getting, I think I've gotten like 2 voicemails. So a lot of people just don't leave a message. And I'm not sure why that's happening. I might need to check on that because, you know, on the direct extensions, they always leave messages. So that's a great question. I might have to look into that. Is there a script for closing, Dean? At this point, we don't have a script for closing. When you get back on the phone with them, what your job is to do is they just saw the video, right? So you guys know how the program works. This is where you get them on the phone, okay? You ask them what they liked best about what they saw, all right? And the closing questions are, how soon do you want to start making this money, okay? And if you need help, this is where you need to implement the 3-way call. We don't have a script for closing because it's always going to be different. You want to ask them what they liked best about the video. How soon are they ready to start making money? And they normally say right away, well, the first thing that I need you to do, this is you taking control of the conversation. This is what I need you to do. I need you to go to my website, get your 50 codes. You're going to get the Pro Pack, which is going to get you the 50 codes so we can get you plugged into the training and you can start selling these codes for $100. Okay. So you're always staying in control, always be closing, ABC. Okay. If you need a script for closing, that's not how you're going to learn. The closing piece is asking them what they like best and then take it from there. You know about the business, or you should know about the business. And then all you're trying to find out from them, you shouldn't have to close them after they've watched that webinar. That webinar is so informative that basically you're just going to be answering their questions and asking them how soon do they want to start making this money. Okay. I hope that helps. Yes, the Craigslist ad is advertising inbound call center opportunity. That's right. That's how we position it, and that's what it is. They're going to be able to plug into the call center. Look, guys, these are people that are, I'm telling you right now, today I got a phone call from a real estate agent. I got another phone call from a beauty day spa salon owner. Both professionals, both have money and are looking for multiple streams of income. These are the kinds of calls that are coming into the call center. Are you going to get broke people? Yeah, it's going to happen. But you got to play the numbers. And if you're not getting enough calls, you need to be posting some free ads. Okay, like and there's a training in the archive section on that. So you should watch that if you missed it last week. Okay. Is there, you guys don't have any more questions? Okay, 1 second, guys. Okay, so you guys, when you're following up with people, here's what you really need to do, guys. Stick to the script. Okay, stay in control. I promise you this from experience. Okay, and I'm doing this along with you. Stick to the script. Send them the follow-up email with your links in it. Okay, and follow up. Do a three-way call, and that's it. It doesn't get any more simple than that. Don't make it too difficult. Don't worry about the ones that are asking about why do I got to pay or whatever. They're not what you're looking for. Okay. You're going to get plenty of people that are looking for an opportunity to make something better for themselves. You need to understand different types of lingo, like just like an insurance office pays for, or an insurance salesman pays for leads. Real estate brokers pay for leads. They pay for all their gas when they're driving people around. You're going to be able to sit at home, take calls, sign people up, earn $90 on the front end, and you're going to get 50 codes, and you can go out and sell those things for $100 a piece. Okay? We're going to be putting together some other things here, guys. So what I want to make sure that you understand is that we got a lot of calls coming in today, and a lot of you guys are getting sales. It looks like you guys are starting to get the hang of it. You're starting to build the pipeline. You're starting to follow up with people, so that's awesome. But I'm not seeing a whole lot of questions here. So if you guys don't have any more questions, then okay, here we go. How do you make the transition from no cold calls or selling to you sell the codes for $100? Okay, that's a good question, Richard. So how you position that is you position it in two different ways. There's two ways you can do this. You can take and actually, Richard, That's all covered in the webinar. Your job is to get them to the webinar. If you're answering too many questions on the front end before they see that webinar, you're going to lose them. I promise you. If you stick to the script, you're going to absolutely have much better success. If you're doing too much talking and you're letting them cut you off and ask you a lot of questions, then you've already lost. Somebody gets sold in every single conversation. It's either you or them. You've got to sell them on the fact that this is a call center opportunity. We're going to provide inbound calls, and you get them over to the webinar. That's your job. Let the webinar explain the opportunity and the program to them. All right? That's it. Once you do that, the follow-up process is a lot easier. Now, either they're going to call you back after they watch it and they're real excited, and they're going to have some more questions. If they don't call you back and you've got time, call them back, especially if you're not inundated with 15 to 20 calls every day at this point. Call back the people that you talk to, follow up, make the best of every lead, because we're spending money on all of these leads, so do not let them go to waste. Okay? Can the call center get over flooded? Well, like I said, Stephen, we are having missed calls happen. So that means that people are not manning the phone at the time that the calls are coming in, and so either somebody's on the phone. So right now we're just trying to dial this in. You need to make sure that you're on the phone, you're logged in, and when you're ready to take calls, be in there to take calls. We had calls coming in, every 5 minutes today. So, I mean, 612, 613, 647, 55, 715, 718, 726, 730, 741, 744. So, in these calls today, coming out of 42 area code. Okay, we got a lot of calls today coming in from San Diego, California. Okay. All right. You guys have any more questions this evening? Okay, great, guys. Remember, right now during the promo, we're getting $60 on the Pro Pack, okay, on the weak side, and $90 in Fast Start commission, okay? So you guys focus on this. Post 5 free ads in the morning with your direct extension on it, okay? That should get you, maybe 10 to 15 calls on top of the paid advertising that we're doing. Now, we're going to see how this goes over the next 2 weeks, all right? If we're not able to get the call volume that pleases everybody, what we're going to do is we're going to go down to a, like a $50 monthly subscription, and we're just going to be training on advertising, and you guys can pay for your advertising. The only reason that we have to charge for the call center is because of the 800 number and the users. We pay for the minutes and the users. And let me show you, if you guys also, when you're, and this is so important. I don't know if you guys are doing this or not, but when the calls come in, if you miss them or you need to call somebody back, okay, when you're doing your outbound calls, if you miss a call, click on the number and you can dial it right from the platform, and it's going to call out with your extension number. So the call looks like it's coming from the 800 number. You want to do that, okay? We have to pay for those minutes, okay? There's 35 of you right now in the system using this. I just talked to a guy today, Vern. He said that he got 3 calls in an hour, okay? So the calls are coming in periodically. We can't control the call volume at this point. We're trying to dial that in. We know that the concept is great, but as it gets towards the end in the next round of subscriptions is coming around, we're going to take a vote, see what everybody wants to do. And if you guys just want to, pay a $50 subscription and we show you how to do paid advertising direct to your extension number. If you like that better, we can do that. So maybe give us your feedback on Facebook if you guys like that. And I'm going to post this video. And as it gets towards the end of the month, we're going to go ahead and, talk about that. But we are spending the money every day on the subscriptions that we have. We don't have a lot of subscriptions right now. So, we fully expected 100 to 200 people to be plugging into the call center. We got 35. So we're doing what we can do right now. If we had 200 people, it's $10,000 a month to throw at advertising. That would probably make the phone ring 500 times. Okay. Right now we're getting, about 100 calls a day. Okay. With about $1,500 to work with over the month. Okay. You guys understand the dynamics, the math. Maybe it's better because of the response to go to a $50 subscription, and you guys can spend $50 a month in advertising directly to your extension number, and you'll get the voicemails and all that stuff. You'll still get to use the power of the 800 number, the outbound calls, and we'll be able to cover all that with the $50 subscription, and you'll be able to plug into the platform. We may ask for some feedback on that. I know that everybody wants to get their 8 to 10 calls, but if you're not logged in all day, the calls are coming in periodically. We are doing the best that we can. So let's figure this out together as a group, and we'll start. I'll start a feed over at the MAG Call Center. We'll see what everybody wants to do, and then we can move on from there. Okay? With that, guys, I appreciate you coming to the webinar, and hang in there because it's just getting better every day. Close, 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 close. See you guys later.